Welcome to the FlashyScience Callipers experiment. On the screen you'll see a set of calipers with a millimeter main scale and a vernier scale on the movable part of the lower jaw. At the bottom there are 5 samples, each of a different width. To operate the experiment, click and drag on the movable part of the lower jaw to open the calipers. Then click and drag the sample of your choice until it snaps into place against the left-hand part of the lower jaw. Then click and drag the movable part of the lower jaw until it closes tightly around the sample. You can then measure the width of the sample. So first of all, locate the first 0 mark on the vernier scale. Now the first mark that it's just passed on the main scale shows the whole number of millimeters of the sample width. So here, for instance, it's just past the 4th mark. So the sample is 4 point something millimeters in width. You can then look at the marks on the vernier scale and see which of them matches up most closely with the marks on the main scale. And here, that's the mark corresponding to 3. So that means 0.3 millimeters. So the overall sample width is 4.3 millimeters. Well, you can release the sample by clicking and dragging the movable part of the jaw and then clicking and dragging the sample back to its original location. You can then click and drag any other sample of your choice so that it snaps into place, then close the jaw around it and measure the width as before. Now we also have a menu, so if you click on the open menu icon in the top left, that reveals the menu. And there's a range of choices. Now the return arrow gives a new set of samples. So if you click on that, you'll see the new samples. If I click again, you will see there's a change in the sample width, so you can keep changing that to practice. The I is click information. If you click on this, it highlights all of the areas of the experiment that you can click in order to operate something. Towards the bottom of the menu are the experiment questions. Now these relate directly to the measurements you've just performed. And with this you can check the measurements of sample width you've made. At the bottom of the menu are revision questions. Now these relate more generally to calipers and your use of them. They consist of automatically answered questions with randomly generated numbers in them. So that means that each time you do these questions, you have a different set of questions and you can come back to them as many times as you like for practice. Now to come away from either of the 2 question sets, click on the top icon and you'll return to the main experiment screen. So that's all you need to know about how to operate these calipers, and we hope you enjoy using this FlashyScience experiment.